What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be filming this video. It has been a long time coming. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to look good in every photo. This is not just for models, this can be used for professional photos or for Instagram photos. More so I just want to tell you guys my posing tips. I want to teach you guys how to move your body, how to move your face, how to create expressions. We're going to be covering a lot. We're going to be talking about lighting. And yeah, I just really want to share this with you guys. If you guys don't know me, my name is Daphne. You can call me Daph. But I'm a full-time model. I've been living in New York City for 6 years now. Been modeling for 11. So yeah, I have a lot of experience. All the things that I'm going to teach you guys today are things that I had to learn myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. The first thing when it comes to taking any kind of photo is finding good lighting. And when it comes to photo shoots, luckily we have a lighting team and there's always a photographer there who knows how to get the right light for the shot. But if we're talking about just like taking a selfie or taking a photo for Instagram, we want to rely on good natural lighting. So what I like to do whenever I'm taking selfies on Instagram, I always just stand actually right by this window because it gets the best lighting. And that's where I take my photos. So lighting is super important. I think a lot of the times, I feel like lighting is an obvious thing, but it's also something that we kind of just forget, especially if we're trying to like quickly take a photo in a setting or something like that. So yeah, think about the lighting. Try and avoid lighting where it's like coming from the back or coming from on top of your head, or like those really bright bathroom lights, the fluorescent lighting. That's never a good light to have. Always just look for a light that's coming straight at you and light that is natural and warm and is gonna make you look your best. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Who is this? Huh? I'm good, how are you? So now that we've covered lighting, we can talk about posing. And posing is one of those things that you really have to learn for yourself. Not every pose is gonna look good on everyone. Not every pose is gonna work for your body. You really have to learn your angles, what looks best. It's taken me a long time to figure out what actually works for my body. We're gonna start with some simple tips for everyone because there's certain things that are just super important for everyone to know. The first one is posture. Posture is so important. It will make the world of a difference in a photo, and it's literally just the difference of you sitting like this or standing like this and you standing like this. You want to bring your shoulders back, you want to bring your chest forward and open. Something that I was always told in the beginning of my modeling career was to pretend that someone was pulling my head with a string. And that's a good way to remind yourself to like stay tall, keep good posture. The next thing that I always think is super important in a photo, and even at work for me, is to remember to leave negative space between your arms and your body and your legs and your body. This is something that people don't realize, but it makes the world of a difference. So instead of keeping your arms really close to your body, as you guys will see in the, I don't know which side it's gonna be on, but you'll see it in the little posing clips. Instead of keeping your arms super close to your body and being kind of like a stick, you want to keep your arms loose and flowy. You want to keep a little bit of separation between your arms and your body, a little bit of separation between your legs. And this will not only make it easier for you to move and go from pose to pose, but it will also make your limbs and your body in general look more flattering. Another thing that I always do is I untuck my hips. Whenever we're standing or just, you know, hanging out in a relaxed position, a lot of the times our hips are like tilted forward. And when I'm posing or when I'm working or taking a photo, my photos always look the best when my hips are untucked and tilted back just a little bit. You don't want to arch your back like crazy, like you don't want to overdo it and like look as if you're making your butt stand out, but it's just a little difference between being tucked under and being untucked. So now that we've covered the basics and we know how to hold our body, how to have good posture, we can start talking about movement and poses. For models, it's super important to know how to move and how to pose. And if you want to be booked regularly, if you want to be liked by clients, you need to know how to move your body. You need to know how to move from one pose to the next. The first thing that you can do when you're learning how to move your body and when you're learning how to pose is just to shift your weight from one side to the other. This is super easy. This kind of gets you in like a natural flow. You can turn your shoulders a little bit. You can turn your head or like angle your head or move your hair. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this video without moving my body so much, but it's just in me, you know? So once you've gotten that down, you can bring in the arms and legs. You can put a hand on your hip. You can bring your hands in front of you. You can put a hand on your other arm. There's endless possibilities. You can put your hand in your hair. You can put it by your neck, by your face. When it comes to hands and fingers, you always wanna keep them relaxed. And this is kind of a little check-in that you have to do with yourself once in a while, is to just be like, are my hands relaxed? Are my hands like clawy? Do they look big? Are my fingers too close together? You guys will see in the little cutaway videos, but my fingers are always very light, very loose, very feminine. I try to leave some space between my fingers. And then once we've done that, we can start creating shapes with our body. And this is what we ideally want to create when we're modeling. Photos are stills, but we want these stills to have life. So how do we do that? We create shapes with our body and shapes with the clothing. Remember to keep the space, remember to keep our fingers nice, switch up the posing, make the movement natural. Don't sit too close together, don't be scrunched up in a ball. We wanna spread out our limbs, keep them nice and long, sit up straight. If you're not a model and you're just trying to take good photos for Instagram, the best thing that I could tell you is to use what you have on you. So you can put your hands in your pockets, you can put your hands on a bag if you have like a bag on your side. If you're wearing a jacket, you can use your jacket and just put your hand on the inside of the jacket. I love using what I'm wearing as a prop. If you're not wearing an outfit that has a prop, get a prop. Get a hat, get a bag. Having a prop does make it easier to know what to do with your hands, and you're not just standing there awkwardly like, what do I do with my hands? You know what I'm saying? My next tip is that if you are feeling a little stuck and you don't know what to do with your legs or how to move with your legs, try the fake walk. And this sounds weird, but all models do it. This is just like a universal modeling tip to create movement in the photo. So you'll take 2 steps in one direction, retrace your steps, 2 steps in another direction, retrace your steps. And this honestly creates the most beautiful photos. It creates movement, makes the picture come to life, which is essentially what you want, right? Is you want the model and the clothes to come to life. Don't walk straight to the camera, or don't walk straight to your profile, which your profile would be like this. Walk a little bit at an angle in one direction or the other. This just makes it a little bit more flattering. It shows off the garment better, and yeah, it just creates a more flattering photo. Okay, so now that we've covered the body, let's cover the face. The first thing is identifying what your good angles are and what your not so good angles are, so that you know when you're taking a photo. First thing you're gonna do when you're trying to get to know your angles of your face is you're gonna grab your phone and you're gonna take selfies. This helps so much. It helps more than you would think, because when you're taking selfies, you're gonna take a lot of selfies that you don't like. And what you're gonna do with those selfies that you don't like is you're gonna study them, and you're gonna figure out what it is about that photo that doesn't make you look your best and what doesn't work about it. My next tip would be to learn how to smize. And a lot of us probably already know this term from America's Next Top Model, but if you don't know what smize is, smizing is smiling with your eyes. This is super important because you don't want to look dead in the eyes on camera. And this is not just when it comes to modeling or photo shoots, but this is also just in regular photos. You want to look alive, you want to look happy, you don't always want to smile. So now you guys probably want to know, well, Daph, how do I smize? And I'm going to teach you how. So my first tip for this would be to feel some sort of happiness or good energy on the inside. Think about something that makes you happy, think about something that makes you feel alive, and emulate that through the camera. When you're looking in the lens of a camera, you want to look at that lens as if you're looking at something nice, you're looking at someone you love, and you want to just like feed that to the camera. Second tip is, if you're not, right now I'm talking to you, so it's a little bit more difficult because I'm obviously animated, but when you're not moving your mouth and your mouth is closed, you kind of want to like lift your face. So there's 2 things that help me do this. One of them is to kind of suck in my cheeks a little bit. And then the second thing is to kind of like lift my eyes and my eyebrows. This is where it gets complicated because this is something you're just gonna have to try at home with your own face. But trust me, these 2 things really help me. My next tip would be to relax your mouth. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because this is a personal issue that I had for a long time. I would do photo shoots and I would feel good and I would feel like I'm doing everything right, and then I would get the photos back and there would be like my mouth would be like up, like twitched, or my mouth would just be very tense. So whenever I'm shooting and I feel my face tense up, I do this thing, and you're probably gonna laugh. You know what? These are the things that you guys need to know. So I kind of just do some like face gym. I like close my eyes. I kind of just like, sometimes if I feel my mouth is really tense, I'll just like, or like release the tension from my lips. If my jaw is clenched, I'll just like, you know, like unclench my jaw for a second. Obviously when you're shooting for Instagram, it's on your own time, so it doesn't really matter. But when you're on set, don't be afraid to let the photographer know or let the team know, hey, I just need like 2 seconds to like relax myself and get back into it. If you're working with a good team, a lot of the times they'll tell you too. They'll just be like, hey Daphne, your mouth's looking a little tense, or like, hey, you're looking a little angry. Relax. But just something to keep in mind. Same with the hands, like just keep things light and flowy and relaxed, and don't be afraid to take a second to just like, you know, shake things out and get back to your natural self. And on that note, the last thing that I'll leave you guys with is photos turn out the best when you're relaxed. So regardless of whether you're taking a photo for professional shoot or just for Instagram, try and relax, keep it fun, keep it light, and you will have the best photos in the end. So guys, that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this. I had so much fun making this, especially like the little cutout clips. That was so much fun for me. So if you guys like these kind of videos, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you with the fam. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah!